So I talk quite a bit about habits, and habits are powerful, powerful things. And if we get our habits where we need them to be, we will be in really a good spot. However, this morning I was reading in my Daily Stoic, and it was talking about how we should be very wary of habits and how they're horrible, horrible things. I was like, okay, what? And as I read into it, it was talking about what we do by habit, we stop thinking about, right? And where if it's a positive thing, like, if you're working out and doing things, that's really good. But there's a lot of times where the systems we have in place, the things that we do at our work, the things, it's just the way it's always been done, right? That is a habit. It's you know, a habit of the company, a habit of the family, it's a habit of whatever entity it is, right? And, there is nothing more interesting for like entrepreneurs and other people. It's like, well, that's the way we've always done it. That means that people have stopped looking at, is that the best way though? Right? It was one of the things that my stepfather used to say, that he had a boss that he liked hiring lazy people. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I like hiring lazy people because they look at this. How can I do this easier? How can I do it faster? Right. And that's what I look for in bringing somebody in. They still have to work hard. They can't be lazy in their work ethic, but I want them to be lazy in not wanting to have to work so hard. Right. And yeah, I think that's where this message was kind of going, that, laziness is not always bad. Maybe I'll make that the title. Laziness is not always bad. Um, Habits are powerful, but we have to be careful that we're not falling into the trap of, but it's always been done that way. And that is a corporate systems killer. That is a kind of a family, can cause issues there. It's like, well, we've just always done it that way. We've always gone to this place. Why? Why? And that's, I guess that's really what it boils down to, is you need to ask why a lot. Embrace your inner toddler. Why? Why do we do it that way? Right. And you can do that in a positive direction, but just dealing with a project that's being worked on, and they made this assumption right at the very beginning to get data one way, and it's a little bit challenging for that team now. And I'm like, but there's a better way. Why didn't we look at that? Well, they said they wanted to do it this way. I'm like, did you explain that this way is going to be like 100 times faster and easier? And so that's the kind of stuff that we look at. We need to be looking at in our personal lives, right? The same process that we're going through. Why is that still serving me? Right. And probably yes. And that's okay. Right. It's not that I don't want to have any habits. I'm going to have a different schedule every day. Right. I'm not saying that. I have habits that serve me very well. My journaling and my, don't break the chain. I've established habits about my morning routine and my evening routine, right? But I still look at those, and I'll do it at least once a week. It's like, is this really the best way? Do I need to change up a little thing? Do I need to alter the way that I'm doing my reviews? The process that I have for publishing my podcast? I look at that every time I do it. Is there anything I could do to make it faster? Any way I could leverage AI a little bit better? Any way that I could automate some piece that I'm having to copy and paste, right? It's like, there's got to be a better way to do that. And so I guess that's what I'm asking for you to look at is ask why a lot. Take the positive side of laziness. How can I do this easier and faster? And evaluate the habits that you have in your life, in your work, in your home, and make sure they're all still serving you. Sort of like yesterday's episode, who am I around? What are they doing to me? Is that okay? What are my habits? What are they doing to me? And is that okay? There you go. All right. Well, until tomorrow, my friends, keep living your life to the third power. Thank you for listening to the Third Power Life podcast. Before you go, one quick question for you. Where are you on the path of life? Are you just drifting through your life? Are you fully in command somewhere in between? Well, you can find out where you are now by taking my new Commander Survey. It will tell you where you are on your growth journey and how to move yourself to the next level. You can find the link on the screen or in the show notes. Now, all I want to know now is, where do you stand?